What up, everyone? This is Mr. Lord, Dr. Professor, Dark Joker, here with another edition of Traditional Fans with Opinions, where I'll give my reviews for whoever I watched, read, or played today. And who are traditional fans with opinions? That is myself, and that is you, the viewers. With all that being said, on with the reviews. Doctor Stone, Season 4, Episodes 35 to 37, full season and full series. So in these episodes, so the crew on the spaceship is revived. So basically give them time to be able to see what Earth looks like. But a malfunction damaged LCD, and then cause some problems. So they can't connect to the service module. So it's learned that a hair was caught in the circuit board, and the hair was petrified. That caused a short circuit. And then the board blows up, the LCDs turned off, so they only replace it once, they can't steer a ship. Now the lunar module is starting to steer itself. Siku realizes that Ryushi stowed away since he didn't want to miss a chance to go to space. And so steering should be possible since there's no reaction wheel. And so Ryushi said he straps onto a disc and starts spinning, and he became a human reaction wheel. Now the module is able to connect, and Siku replaces the board with one from the linear module. So then all four of them petrify themselves and then revive once they enter the moon's orbit. Ryushi stays on the ship, so Senku, Kohaku, and Stanley get on the moon. And yeah, so then they the three of them confront Y-Man, which is revealed to be basically this whole hive mind of Medusa devices, doing some alien tech or whatever. So yeah. And then basically it's revealed they were gifting humanity with eternal life by petrifying them. So they understand why humanity didn't want it. So yeah, and then then they were trying to interfere with the communications. So yeah. Mm, basically because they want the advanced species to be alive around so they could be maintained. And so they have to negotiate. So Senku's able to negotiate. So one white man, one Medusa device stays on Earth. The rest seek another planet. So then everyone starts studying. So then Senku leads a science team to once everyone returns to Earth, science team studies the Medusa device to try eventually one day build a time machine to prevent the petrification event. But what else is going on? Um, Taiji and Yuzuriya get married, and then Chrome proposes to Riri, saying hey, once he's done with their once they finish their mission, their project, he says for them to be married. So yeah, and yeah, so then we'll see. Then so we don't know if what happens with time travel. There's questions with that. So then you have different people doing different jobs in society. Humanity, more of humanity starts getting revived, and over time, Senku is given the nickname Dr. Stone. And that's it. So yeah, I like these episodes. Thought they were good ending. Um, so yeah, it's a very good episode as far as season. And a great season, like a really good season, like really good. Like yeah, I thought it was a good season. And as far as the whole show is awesome. It's a great show, very good. Like using real science. It's a very good series for beginners. Highly recommend it. And apparently we might get more stuff. So I'd be interested if where this OVAs or movies, whatever it is. I'm interested in how that all goes down. Killed again, Mr. Detective. Episodes 11, 12, and full series. So in these episodes, Dreading and Sakia find Alessio's diary. So then Alessio's a scientist, worked with Boris, Isaac, and Rena to make a drug called Curies to gain immortality. Now Irina had tested on herself, but every body was having issues, and she gave birth to Alessio's child and died shortly afterwards. So Boris and Isaac went to use Apollonia, who's the baby, as research material. Alessio took Apollonia and Fred have fled, and the Irene and took the Irene report with him to keep the baby safe. Sakia, you know, deduces that Lyle's an assassin. Lyle breaks Sakia's neck. Now Sakia he resurrects quickly and now learns that Lyle's been poisoned. The report's missing, and Fido learns that despite what the audio may believe, Ivan was killed in room 111, and the killer just disguised the room. So Ivan believed he was in 303. So Ursula's former long jumpers initially suspected, but it's revealed that old injuries and the fact that she had like the yips basically keeps her from doing all that jumping. Now Sakia makes a claim that Lyle survived, and now that leads Katya to accidentally reveal herself as the killer. And Sakia then deduces that the whole family that claims to be Lucio's relatives are all assassins looking for the report. And Katya killed Lyle for it. It's real that the ones who killed Ivan Boris are actually Luciola, who had whose prosthetics can be used for a long jump. And show that Apollonia, who's Lucio's mother, could not handle Lucio's disability, so she basically jumped to a scene with her husband. Lucio and Luciola blamed Boris and Isaac for it. Claudia reveals that Ivan was Isaac and Dmitri was Boris, and was actually her father and stayed young using drugs. Now the time limit expired, despite the killers being revealed. The time limit has expired, so missiles start hitting the mansion. So there's all the chaos from that. Sakia dies from the fall. He revives he revives immediately though. Claudia shoots Luciola. Grafio's shot but drowns Katya. Now the report falls into the water, so it's lost forever. Lucia goes to the ocean with Grafio. She's about to die anyway. So everyone decides to leave the planet, but Ursula stays behind to talk to cops. And Ursula is revealed to have been born from Apollonia's second marriage. So Luciana was born from Apollo's second marriage, but Ursula is actually from Apollonia's first marriage, so she's actually Lucio's half sister. She's never said anything. Due to how I guess it could affect Luciola. Now Lucio had contacted Ursula, and that's how she learned about Luciola. And she got a job as Lucio's maid. Now, Saki and Lily are concerned due to Saki's resurrection happening quicker, and Saki hears Raphael singing, but he believes that Lucia may have actually become a siren. Now, Suzurugi goes to his prison. They're interviewing Felicite, who's like this android that's one of the 7 old men. And he was in prison, cut off from the internet. Now, Felicite claims that Sakia's father, Tatya, is actually still alive. And she then takes control of the AI of the prison network and traps Suzurugi alive and asks to speak with Sakia. Now, Sakia was investigating a billionaire for tax evasion, and somehow they end up with Sakia getting involved in a serial bomber, and he screws up, blows himself up, and the billionaire's art collection. When he's arrived, Lilith says you'll killed again, Mr. Detective. And that's it, yeah. So far, that's it for the show. So unless season 2 is announced, which I'm reporting, I think that still has not happened. This is it. I thought it was a good show. Thought these were good episodes. Yeah, it was interesting how the mystery ended. So we'll see how that if we get season 2, maybe we'll learn more about this AI. But yeah, I thought it was a good show. Interesting mystery series, look for if we get season 2, I'll watch it. From Overshadowed to Overpowered, episode 1. So this is a new anime that started. Yeah, it started like a week earlier than it was supposed to. So okay, works for me. So in this one, the main character, he started with his old man named Eftal, who had become like the called Lightning Emperor. So he had no aptitude for any type of magic, but through hard work, he had become very powerful. He was able to help defeat the Demon Lord, so he had a good reputation, but he was still unhappy about not having any actual talent. It was just hard work, but everyone still respects him. Now it's revealed he had reincarnated. When he dies of old age, it's revealed he had reincarnated. And so you see, so his main student that he had helped raise was a girl named Merlin, who had been noticing how sick Eftal had been coming. So she had wanted to improve, so I guess she could help him, whatever. And so, when he reincarnates, all his memories when he returned when he's 4 years old. And so he's outside. He doesn't have aptitude again, but when he sees a dragon, he tries one of the spells he created. And he utterly obliterates that dragon. So it's revealed that he had the power level he was at the end of his previous life. That's the power level he's currently at in his new life. And he is very powerful. So we'll see how that goes. I I don't know, this series is like this so far it didn't really interest me. I'll keep watching it, but it was not enough to get me interested in it. Maybe as the show goes on, it improves. You know, you know, like maybe it has like some big improvement, like Ugly Muck Epic Fighter did. Like for styles of series that like had significant improvement after that pilot, which that was a terrible pilot. But like, but that was one that had significant improvement. Maybe this is like a mid pilot, but it was a good, but it was a good like good show. But like, and this show this is a mid, but it's like maybe it improves. I mean, the Devil May Cry show started off as well, the 2007 anime started off as mid, ended up being pretty good. Hopefully, this one improves the same way. I mean, I'll keep watching it to review it. Hopefully, there's improvement. Supergirl. So yeah, this released this weekend. Yeah, the sequel to Superman, to Superman's James Gunn. So yeah, this like yeah, it's a James Gunn movie. You know what you're getting because he's a one-trick pony who can't do traditional superheroes anyway. So, and flashbacks, when Krypton was destroyed, Zor-El. So Zor-El and Jor-El had tried to warn the Council about what was happening in Krypton. Things went wrong, so Zor-El and Allura, they get some Kryptonians to Argo City, where Zor-El activates a force field to separate Argo City from the rest of the planet, which blows up. Now, Allura gives birth to Kara Zor-El 8 years later. So yeah, so with Kryptonians, so the way namings work, you have the family name that, like in this case, the House of L. The males take that as their last name. Now, the women take their father's full name as their last name. So that's why Kara is Kara Zor-El, not Kara L. And like for Superman's parents, his mother is Laura Lor-Van. Now, anyway, so Argo City is revealed that the separation from the rest of the planet exposed kryptonite and starts slowly killing the citizens through radiation. While Laura dies, Zor-El sends Kara and Crypto to Earth, and they meet Kal-El, who's living as Superman, and so Kara tries to adjust to Earth, and she becomes Supergirl. But in the present day, obviously she's not adjusted well. She's just traveling to red sun planets to get drunk, because some planets, well, she can't get drunk. And she's like celebrating her 23rd birthday. It's her birthday week. Yeah, I'm not a fan of birthday. It's like it's a birthday. It's a birthday, not a birth week, not a birth month or birth. Wait till we get to birth year. It's birthday. Anyway, now Superman calls her a lot. You know, as he's concerned, he's concerned. Somehow doesn't ask about the whole Jor-El thing. Jor-El Lord Van wanting him to conquer Earth and form a harem. Superman doesn't seem to ask about that, even though Zor-El actually confirms that that actually was true. That wasn't some General Zod or Brainiac hack. You know, it is actually canon. Unless some retcon happens in Man tomorrow, it is canon that Jor-El and Lord Van are evil. Yeah. Anyway, so out there when the Red Sun plans, when she's there, Supergirl comes across Ruthie Mari Knoll, who was the only member of her family who wasn't killed by Grim in the Yellow Hills, who leads a group called the Brigands. Basically, Krim had killed her father for his sword. Apparently, he's famous for his swords. So Ruthie gets Supergirl to help her, tries to get Supergirl to help her seek revenge, and she talks like the very proper way. Stuff that does not fit the whole setting, the bar setting that she went to. Now Krim hijacks Supergirl's ship and shoots Crypto with a poison dart when he tries to stop him. Now Crypto only has 3 days left to live, so Supergirl decides to go after Krim to get the antidote and takes Ruthie along reluctantly. Now eventually, after beating up some space pirates, Supergirl learns that, the brigands are on Bilquis, so Supergirl and Ruthie go there. Lobo's hunting the brigands lieutenant, John Baxton, and Supergirl and Ruthie come across a couple named Bomar and Merrick and learn that the brigands kidnap young women to basically force them to be their brides. Yeah. Now they try to drug Supergirl and Ruthie, take them to the brigands, exchange for their daughter who is captured. But Supergirl fights the brigands, and Lobo gets involved in the fight. He's hunting Baxton. Now Supergirl stops Ruthie from killing Krim, which allows Krim to kill Bomar and Merrick and their daughter. Supergirl actually tackles Ruthie to do it. Then Supergirl goes to find Krim alone and learns where the brigand's location is. But the plant, so there's a yellow sun at this other plant. There's also a green sun. Green sun acts like kryptonite. So she's like weakened with kryptonite poisoning. At least a version of it. Ruthie takes care of her, like she had fallen through there. And Ruthie's taken to the brigands. Lobo's also imprisoned. Ruthie is able to get out of her cell, which she somehow is able to kill this pirate who killed one of the brigands. Like, there's no way she should have been able to kill him without her being poked by the poison tip, whatever, in this jail cell. She frees Lobo. Now she's caught by Krim. Now, okay, Krim had, told her, said, she'll die. She said, hey, she should die. Told him she should die by the evening while she's still herself. So instead of killing her himself, he just tells him to do it later. I'm like, that is so stupid. If you're gonna kill her, just go ahead and do it. Why waste time? Now Supergirl arrives, actually wear her costume. Yes, she only wears her costume for the final fight, which is freaking retarded. Now Supergirl, who's now empowered by the yellow sun, fights off all of the brigands. And, like Supergirl and Lobo defeat all the brigands and free all the captives. Now Supergirl convinces Ruthie to not kill Krim. While Ruthie walks away, Supergirl picks up Ruthie's sword, kills Krim herself, says, "This is for my dog." Then stabs him again and says, "This is for what you did to her." And she gets the antidote, heals Crypto. Now, Supergirl takes Ruthie with her to celebrate the rest of her birthday week. And before, I guess, Ruthie's supposed to live with her aunt, whatever. Now, sometime later, Supergirl returns to Earth with Crypto and says she wants to stay long term. Now, Superman still does not ask about the message. Why, I don't know. Like, maybe he should have recorded the message saying, "Hey, learn about this message about my parents, Joel, Laura Van being evil. Would you mind confirming this?" Like, and explain it is true. Why you didn't say anything earlier? So I need to know we're not your evil if I need to deal with you now. That might need to be explained. Yeah, this was such a retarded movie. Like, oh, it's like Mad Max, like True Grit. It's a Tom Keen story. Tom Keen's a hack who can't write worth a crap. James Gunn can't do traditional superheroes. And look, yes, Supergirl is generally not as restrained as Superman, not as, I guess you could say, gentle when it comes to combat. But he's not this just depressed drunk or whatever. Like, in the, on the Yellow Sun plants, Supergirl should have been able to do a lot more damage than she did. She shouldn't have been like, they make her really weak comparatively. I mean, they don't really establish power levels well on this. Else people say, oh, power levels don't. No, power levels do matter. You have to establish that. You have to establish the power levels. Kryptonians are very freaking powerful in Yellow Suns. And, in the Red Sun, Supergirl should not have been able to be as effective in the fight as she was. Like, this was just, the writing was just so bad. Oh, they're called the Brigands. Come up with a better name than Brigands. And these are such a well-known group. Where are the Green Lanterns? Where are the Green Lantern? Where's the Green Lantern Corps there in all this? I mean, and they don't establish why, how the Brigands know she's Kryptonian. They don't really establish that. It's like you think, like, oh, they just happen to have a base where there's a green sun because they know she's Kryptonian. How about they explain that? And now they explain how they know about the weaknesses to Kryptonians. Like, that needs to be explained. They don't. Because James Gunn doesn't want to explain anything. I mean, gosh, it's such a bad movie. Like, I can't recommend this.
And that's it. Did, did y'all like the stuff I reviewed? And if you have your own opinions about all that, you can put all that in the comments. Thank you for watching, and like, subscribe, and all that. And look forward to the next video.